Welcome to this final installment on the issue of loneliness in this section of Moments with Mike. We've talked about the causes and the consequences of loneliness. And we've also talked about some of the lies that we hear when we're going through a season in which we find ourselves feeling lonely. But let's end on an upbeat note. What can we do practically when we have these seasons in our lives where we feel very much alone and out of touch with others? The first is, let's be honest with ourselves, and quite frankly, let's be honest with others and admit that we're going through some season. It might be a point of anxiety. It might be a little bit of depression. It might be many different things. And in this case, we might just feel lonely. But not only do we have the Lord to talk to, but we have others. And as we've established relationship with people, the more that you know people, the more that you trust people, any subject that you're experiencing, any difficulty you're navigating, any storm that you're trying to get through, it's helpful to talk about it. Number two, try to develop new social skills. In other words, learn to listen empathetically, meaning that you listen with your heart. Empathy is your pain in my heart. There are some people, all of us know, who just seem to know how it is to communicate with people on a deeper level and not simply on the superficial one. It's that person who can draw out from you or you draw out from them. Something that invites dialogue of a deeper meaning. Third, put yourself in new situations where you can meet people. Sometimes we isolate ourselves, and we do that sometimes to our own detriment. Sometimes it's important for us to look for new, if I use this word, you'll understand, pools in which to swim, new relational circles, a new small group, a new Bible study, a new place to have your morning cup of coffee. But put yourself in places that stretch you, but also put you in places where you can meet others and enter into their life. Fourth, plan some time to be alone. Because in that quietness of solitude, it doesn't reinforce the fact that you're feeling lonely. But being alone separates you to not only listening to the voice of God, but reevaluating your values and your goals and the direction that your life is taking, and assessing the manner in which you are relating to those around you. Give a little, number 5, give a little of yourself to others. The many years I've been teaching school, I've told my students on whatever level of education that I was instructing, to be very careful to look for the person who seems to be sitting by themselves. It could be a lunchroom. It could be any place that you go. The person in our own church who sits by themselves, separated. Maybe, just maybe, walking over to that person and smiling, walking over to that person and saying good morning or good evening, walking over to that person and introducing yourself. That might be the doorway to enter into a type of conversation that not just draws something out from them and makes them feel more welcomed, more accepted, but offers you a chance to make a new friend. And finally, get involved in the community around you. There are many wonderful philanthropic and benevolent, civic-minded organizations around us, regardless of where you're watching Moments with Mike, whether it's in Rancho Santa Margarita or the Saddleback Valley area, or you're watching it in some place far away. There are many different organizations, many different churches, many different schools, many different places that you can volunteer your time, and you can be a blessing to someone else. And being a blessing to someone else often has as its reward being blessed by others. Look for those people and look for those places Look for those opportunities to be a friend, to be someone to come alongside another. And I'm sure that will not only bring an uplift to your spirit, but help and hope to somebody else. We'll see you again as we begin a new section of Moments with Mike soon. God bless you.